So my friends over at BougeRV have recently come out with a new product, and this blanket is something that's kind of new to the market for them. BougeRV is actually pretty well known for their series of coolers that they carry, as well as they've got some diesel heaters and some portable air conditioners on the market. So the heated blanket's kind of a new lineup that they've recently come out with. I've actually been pretty impressed with the quality so far. I thought I'd take a second to kind of go over the features on this, and then you guys can make a decision as to whether this little blanket might be something you want to pick up or not. The first decision you're going to have to make when it comes to this blanket is which color you want to pick it up in. I've actually got this here. It's in the blue color, but you can pick this up, and it's got a green on the front side here, and then the back side is always going to be this kind of brown color micro suede. We'll talk about that here in just a second. So when you first get this thing out of the box, you're going to notice it comes in a vacuum sealed bag. Now what's kind of cool about that vacuum sealed bag, on the off season, you can actually go ahead and keep that bag. Don't throw that away. You can get this thing vacuumed down to where it'll take up just a little bit of space. You could throw this thing in a dresser drawer, under the bed, in the closet, wherever it is you kind of keep these things in your house. But it's kind of nice that they included that vacuum bag with the product. Now you're also going to notice too, it comes with a storage bag as well. Now the one unique feature about this blanket is it runs on strictly 12 volt only. It does not plug into a 110 outlet. So you're going to have a way to power this thing up, whether it be some kind of an adapter you can plug into the wall, or in my case, like I've got this little power station right here. Now this comes in two little pieces here, you're going to see. So this basically unplugs from your controller, and then you've got the extra controller piece, which is sewn into the blanket. What's nice about the blanket is it does have a little storage pocket right here, so you can keep all of this together in that little storage pocket, so the cord doesn't end up walking away. You don't lose this thing by storing it somewhere else. Keep all your contents together. Now let's go and plug this back in. I'll show you how this blanket kind of works. So basically it kind of feels like a sleeping bag on the outside here, on the blue part. On the inside part here, it kind of feels like a micro suede. I don't think that's actually what this material is, but that's kind of the feel it's got to it. It's pretty comfortable on the skin so far that I've noticed. Now one thing to keep in mind as well, when it comes to the washing instructions, there's a little tag right here that's sewn into the blanket, and it does say do not dry clean, don't use bleach, no wringer, no iron. So essentially they're wanting to protect the heating elements on this. So this is going to be one of those things where if it gets dirty, you're going to probably be spot cleaning it or hand washing it just to get whatever dirt that might have gotten on it out. That's the one downfall so far that I've found with this. But to keep these heating coils inside the blanket intact and working for a long time, that's what they recommend. When you get this thing plugged into power, it's a 48 watt heater that's basically built into this thing. And what's nice about that is on my little portable power station here, I'll get this turned on. When this is in the max setting, so there's 5 different power level settings that you could put this on, it's going to draw right around 44 to 46 watts is what I've seen so far on my little power station. Now like I said, there's 5 different settings. Now I did go ahead and take my little thermal imaging camera. I wanted to see how accurate those temperatures were and what it's capable of. And what I noticed on the back side here, on the blue part, that part that's going to be away from you, that gets up to around the 80 to 85 degree mark or so. And then on the side that's actually going to be touching your skin, that's where a bulk of the heat's going to be coming from. That does get up to that 105 degree mark. So that is as advertised. Now the other settings on this, pretty simple. On this little controller, you have basically from 1 hour up to 3 hours on the timer that you can run this thing on. Keep in mind, this also does link to BougeRV's native app that they've got available. So you can essentially download the BougeRV app, link this through the Bluetooth, and what that's going to do for you is you can control everything that this controller does, but it also lets you boost that runtime up from 1 to 3. You can actually go from 4 hours to 10 hours on the runtime. So essentially you can hook this up to like your little power station or whatever grid power you're going to be plugging into, and you can run this thing through the night in a tent while you're camping, and then especially on those cold weather nights like we were just talking about, give you a little bit of supplemental heat, kind of keep you and the family warm. Now this blanket measures 70 by 50 inches, so it's not the biggest thing in the world. Kind of similar to a sleeping bag in a lot of ways. And then something else that's really cool about this is they include these little buckles here as well. So essentially you can wrap this thing around you both the long way or the short way. If you're sitting like at a bonfire and you're sitting in your camping chair, or if you're sitting at maybe one of your kids' soccer games for that matter, and you just want a little bit of heat, you can bring yourself out a little power station, wrap this thing around you and buckle it, stand up, walk around, and you'll be able to actually move around a little bit within reason with how much cord you've got available to you. But overall, pretty solid little blanket. Really looking forward to using this thing for the camping trips that we've got planned. If you guys are looking for a heated blanket and you're looking for something that's a little bit more outdoor friendly, that kind of maybe resembles a little bit more like a sleeping bag, check out this little heated blanket made by BougeRV. See if it might fit the bill for you. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. We'll catch you guys in the next video.